it's not safe out there. And then the president said, it's about to get even less safe. He said, quote, "We haven't even started hitting them hard. The big wave hasn't even happened."
If you kill Americans, if you threaten Americans anywhere on earth, we will hunt you down without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you.
Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notifications anytime I go live and make a video. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. Welcome back to the Officer Tatum Show. I want to start with the war in Iran. Can I just give my honest opinion about this? People are jumping off the cliff, mad at Donald Trump. Let me just say this. For those of us who voted for Donald Trump, those of us who understand that he's a different president than everybody else, it's almost like the adult in the room. It's almost like the person that can be bought and paid for is actually doing his job that all these other presidents should have been doing a long doggone time ago. You know, all these endless wars, I believe it was a choice. They engaged in these endless wars. They put us in a perpetual situation where we have troops, boots on the ground. And in my opinion, it was nefarious. They're just doing it to make money, amongst other nefarious things that they were doing. But Donald Trump, in my opinion, don't have a vested interest in or need to build wealth or kiss nobody's butt. All Donald Trump is doing is saying, look, I'm going to do what's right for America, America's interest, and I'm going to liberate people all over the world if it's necessary. And I think that's exactly what he's doing in Iran.
For 47 long years, the expansionist and Islamist regime in Tehran has waged a savage, one-sided war against America. They didn't always declare it openly, except for their constant chants of death to America. They did it through the blood of our people. Car bombs in Beirut, rocket attacks on our ships, murders at our embassies, roadside bombs in Iraq and Afghanistan, funded and armed by Iranian Quds Force and IRGC killers. My generation of veterans carry the names of brothers who never came home. Brothers butchered by Iranian-backed roadside bombs and well-armed militias, thousands of our own. We didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we are finishing it. Their war on Americans has become our retribution against their Ayatollah and his death cult. It took the 47th president, a fighter who always puts America first, to finally draw the line after 47 years of Iranian belligerence. He reminded the world, as he has time and time again, being an American means something unbreakable. If you kill Americans, if you threaten Americans anywhere on earth, we will hunt you down without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you.
I don't believe that this is a fair war, meaning that I don't think there's nothing that America has to worry about in an existential way. I think we're going to sweep these fools under the rug, just give it a little bit of time, and we'll see that come to fruition. But for everybody that's out here crying, talking about we're going to get into another war and Donald Trump is a warmonger, he lied to his base and all that stupid stuff, quit being stupid. That's all I got to say. Quit being stupid. Because Donald Trump has said for 10 plus years that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. That's agreed upon in America. That's agreed upon in Israel. That's agreed upon in the UAE. That's agreed upon in the UK. At every major country on every major continent, especially allies of the United States of America, are congruent in their thought process and belief system that Iran cannot get a nuclear weapon because they're pieces of crap, killing their own citizens and all of the above. I'll let you guys know, if you're looking for an energy drink, I drink this every day. And I drink the night drink. I don't get to do the night drink every day. I should, because I'm not consistent, but I drank it last night and it gave me incredible energy. So if you're looking for quality energy and you're looking for quality sleep, ShenergyLife.com, ShenergyLife.com, you can scan the QR code, look at the reviews. Don't believe me. And if somehow you get Shenergy and it doesn't work for you, we'll give you 100% refund. We'll give your money back. That's how confident we are in Shenergy. I want to get to a couple clips that we have. Let's play the clip 101 of Donald Trump announcing, I guess, giving context to the Iranian war. Roll the clip.
Over the past 36 hours, the United States and its partners have launched Operation Epic Fury, one of the largest, most complex, most overwhelming military offensives the world has ever seen. Nobody's seen anything like it. We have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter of literally minutes. Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans on his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries. Last night, all over Iran, the voices of the Iranian people could be heard cheering and celebrating in the streets when his death was announced. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity. They're calling by the thousands. Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives. They could have done something 2 weeks ago, but they just couldn't get there. Earlier today, CENTCOM shared the news that 3 U.S. military service members have been killed in action. As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is. Likely be more, but we'll do everything possible where that won't be the case. But America will avenge their deaths and deliver the most punishing blow to the terrorists who have waged war against basically civilization. They have waged war against civilization itself. Our resolve, and likewise that of Israel, has never been stronger. America is now, again, the richest, most powerful nation in the world by far. But the only reason we enjoy the quality of life that we do and the freedom and security is we have done things that others are unable to do. But it's because of warriors who are willing to lay down their lives to do battle with our enemies. And they do battle better than anybody. An Iranian regime armed with long-range missiles and nuclear weapons would be a dire threat to every American. We cannot allow a nation that raises terrorist armies to possess such weapons that would allow them to extort the world to their evil will. Not going to let it happen. We're not happening to us, and we're not going to let it happen to others.
All right, I think that's the end of the clip. So as you can see, you hear a little bit of what Donald Trump is saying. Yeah, in a perfect world, I would love for Donald Trump to be more articulate. I would love for him to be more professional, straight line, right? I mean, he's talking the greatest ever to exist. We're doing a good job. We're doing a good job. It's a good job that we're doing. I'm like, I wish it was cleaner. However, I don't give a F. As long as you're getting the job done, that's what I care about more. So I'm trying to balance what the naysayers say in the perspective there. But at the end of the day, are you getting the job done or you're not getting the job done? And I want to address the death of soldiers, because there are some people in our country that believe that no soldiers should lose their lives in war. Now, unnecessary war is something that it's intolerable, right? If somebody losing their life in a war that we should have never been in, that is where I draw the line. However, when you put on the uniform and you sign up, it's not that you are somehow absolved of losing your life to protect the freedoms of citizens moving forward as the people that came before you. Do you know how many people that put that uniform on that died so we could have freedoms in this country, some of which were wars that I'm sure they didn't agree with? And now we have a similar thing. This war against Iran and these terrorists who present a existential threat to the United States of America and our existence moving forward. We have to do something. We have to put our necks out there. We have to do something. And as a country, we should celebrate and support those who are putting their lives on the line. But people will lose their lives in war. I wish that no soldier would ever have to die fighting for this country, but that's not a reality. And unfortunately, some people are going to have to die so we can have freedom. That's just the way it is. And if you're a citizen and you haven't put your neck on the line, at least you can do is support those who do. All right, let's get to another. It's a little bit of some B-roll, I believe we have, of Iranian protesters celebrating Donald Trump. Let's roll that clip real quick. This is just a short clip. I don't know if we have sound or not, but here's a clip of some people, Iranians, who were celebrating the death of, I don't know, you call him the Ayatollah. So this is my perspective here. If this were Gazans celebrating, you'll have some of these nut job Republicans or conservatives and some of the people on the left literally crying in the middle of the street, thanking God that they're liberated. But it's crazy that when Iranians are liberated, it's almost like people are upset about it. It's these same dusty, stew-head conservatives. I know the left is nutty, but the conservatives who are complaining about what happened in Iran, it's just bizarre to me. And y'all know exactly who they are. You see their clips on social media. It's just completely stupid to me. They said nothing when it's over here, but then when, and let me tell you the reason why they don't complain about it or why they're upset about us in Iran. It's because they hate Jews. They hate Israel. That's all it comes down to. All of the nutty people that you see online giving bad takes is because they hate Israel. And their hatred towards Israel make them nutty in everything else they do in life. I'm telling you, it's the same characters where you look out and you go, who would be mad at us liberating Iranians and getting rid of a terrorist? Who would be mad at that? Oh, the people that hate Jews, because they feel like that it has something to do with benefiting Israel to a certain degree, and so they hate it. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Us, preventing Iran from having nuclear weapons is beneficial to the United States of America and all of our allies. But they think it's just Israel. It's not just Israel. Every other sane country in the Middle East hates Iran, and they hate what they're doing, and they are a threat to every peaceful nation across the world. And it's only a matter of time when they bomb and kill people in the Middle East that they're going to try to make themselves or avail themselves moving west. All right, let's get to another gentleman that was supportive of Trump. I think he was on the news, clip 103.
What is your message to President Trump?
My message to President Trump is that I'm here to echo and join millions of my compatriots inside and outside of Iran to thank him for having done and having the courage to do what is not easy, but intervene. And he will go down in the annals of Iranian history as the most celebrated foreign leader that changed the ball game and changed the world as a result.
In January, President Trump said this about you, quote, "He seems very nice, but I don't know how he'd play within his own country. I don't know whether or not his country would accept his leadership. And certainly if they would, that would be fine with me." You don't seem to have President Trump's wholehearted support.
Well, first of all, I don't think that somebody in my position will ever.
Do you see these mother freaking people irritate the socks off me? Just him reading his own quote does not appear whatsoever to be Donald Trump's lack of endorsement of this man's position. It's not. They're always trying to make something out of nothing. It bothers me. It's like the man cannot win. If he does something, if he can cure cancer, and they're going to find a reason why the way he cured cancer is wrong for somebody. Why do they always do this? It creates confusion and frustration that never needs to exist, and it's perpetuated. I promise you, if Donald Trump will get fair press he would be the most celebrated and the most popular president with the highest approval rating out of any president to ever live in our modern lifetime, for sure. He would have the best ratings because they constantly, no matter what he do, they lie, you game the system. They're on television all day long talking about why our strikes in Iran was bad. And if Joe Biden was in office or Kamala Nepad Harris was in office, then they would be kissing her butt and saying everything she do is right, even if it was wrong. They wouldn't spend 30 seconds on Joe Biden's withdrawal from Afghanistan. 30 seconds. They won't even mention it. They won't talk about it. That was the biggest blunder in American military history, almost, the way we left Afghanistan. But they don't talk about it. You'll never see an interview like this about it. Let him finish.
Expect to have an official endorsement of a foreign government or a foreign leader. What I do know now is that millions of Iranians inside Iran and outside of Iran are calling my name. They recognize in me the person uniquely placed to play a role of transitional leadership. Not running for office, because that's not what I'm doing, but to be a bridge to that destiny.
I love what he had to say. I want you to make sure you guys go and support us online. Go to Verdict Bourbon, best bourbon on market. We just had a crazy event, and people was just all over the bourbon. I mean, we had it at a couple bars that was at a fundraising event, and every single person said it was either the best bourbon they ever had, or it's one of their favorite bourbons, their new favorite. I literally had a lady. Her name is Randy. We did a giveaway. She was etching the glass. Her and her husband etched the glass that helped in the giveaway with Verdict and some of the cancers. And she said, "This is the best bourbon I've ever had in my life." Like, so when people are saying that, it just reiterates that we're on to something good. We're opening, where we're having our drink in our first restaurant, Belmont, and we're going to celebrate that on Friday. And so Belmont has a special cocktail that they're going to make for the Officer Tatum. I don't know what we're going to name it. We don't really want it to be political because it's not really about politics. So I'll let you guys know if you're in Phoenix, Arizona, you need to go to Belmont and give it a try. Marco Rubio, our future president, I want y'all to hear what he had to say about the Iranian strikes. Clip 105, roll the clip.
But if what they want is a secret program buried in the mountain where no one can see it and inspectors can only come when they say they can come, if that's what they want, then they're going to have big problems, because this is a dangerous, violent, radical regime. Not the Iranian people. We have no problem. We didn't hit Iranian people last night. We hit nuclear facilities. And if what they want is some secret program that looks nothing like the civil nuclear programs around the world, it looks a lot like you're trying to build a bomb, they're going to continue to have problems, not just with us, but with many other countries in the world.
Problems like what? What do you mean?
Like the problems they're facing right now. Listen, why do we have bases in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait and Qatar and UAE? All of those bases are there to help protect those countries from Iran. Why did Hezbollah exist? Because of Iran. What does Hamas exist? Because of Iran. How do the Houthis exist? Because of Iran. Who built the IEDs that maimed and killed American soldiers in Iraq? Iran. They're behind every problem in this region. They are the sole source of instability in the entire Middle East, and the world's been paying a price for this for 40-something years. Imagine those people having a nuclear weapon, just one nuclear weapon, or even the capability to being on the threshold of having a nuclear weapon. That's what the world was facing. That is unacceptable. President Trump did the world a favor last night, and now Iran should sort of wake up, the Iranian regime should wake up and say, okay, if we really want nuclear energy in our country, there's a way to do it. That offer's still there. We're prepared to talk to them tomorrow and start working on that. Steve Witkoff has traveled extensively around the world trying to reach that deal with them, but they play too many games. They play way too many games, and now they found out.
Hey, bro, I'm going to vote for you, bro. I'm going to vote for him, man. I like what he just said right there. They effed around and found out. I don't know how people in America has become so weak and wussified. This is the way we do things around the world. If you're not going to do what we ask you to do, we're going to kill people. I don't understand how we're lost on that. This is not a game. This is not a video game, bro. This is not you're not playing Fortnite. This is real deal stuff. If you can't listen to what America is telling you to do, we're going to make you find out. It's not that hard. And in the world that we live in, of course, I don't want any violence. I don't want people to have to lose their lives. I don't want Soleimani and all these people to die. But you decide to die. We didn't decide to kill. You decided you wanted to die. If you want to participate and do what's right, we'll let you live in peace and harmony. But if you're a threat to the United States of America and our people and our way of life, we will kill you. What are we saying here? If you're lucky in Venezuela that we decided to escort you out while all of your troops are throwing up and dying next to you, you're lucky that we gave you that opportunity. We have created a wussified nation where people think we supposed to rub the backs of these foreign terrorists and hope that they do the right thing. That's not the parenting style that we are operating under. We whoop your butt in this environment. If you don't act right, you get a whooping. We're not going to talk to you 100 times and give you timeouts. You're going to get a whooping, all right?